Noah, he coming in with some scientific, you know what I'm saying? He ain't just like, oh yeah, I like ladybug armor just because. He came in with like, look, bro. What up, family? Welcome to the Mike Lyons Show, where I teach you to live, play, and grow your skills through tip, trick, and tutorial-based content. So if you want to stay ahead of the game, go ahead and subscribe so you don't miss a thing. Now, guys, I asked you a super huge question. I said, what is the best armor in Grounded? And this is what I found. All right, guys, so welcome into today's show. Now, this is the poll on my left, and 74% of you guys said Ladybug armor is ultimately the best armor in the game. Spider armor got a close second, then Koi armor, and then B and Acorn. Grub is probably somewhere in the middle as well. So I'm gonna read some comments from you guys and see why you guys chose Ladybug armor as the ultimate armor in Grounded. So the first comment comes from one of my members. Shout out to Nicholas McCarthy. He is a GOAT. I appreciate you and everything that you do. He says, Ant armor gets an honorable mention for usefulness, in my opinion. Which is true, you know, Ant armor does really get a good honorable mention, even though it wasn't on here, but yeah, it does get an honorable mention. Now, the next comment comes from another member of the channel. Shout out to Moonlight8810. What's up, family? How you doing? All right, so it says, I use the spider armor the most. I'm consistently running laps around the yard because I'm trying not to zip line everywhere. Now, guys, as you know, in this game with zip lines, a lot of people don't have them, but you know, the majority of us do, and we just got zip lines just running all throughout the whole backyard. It kind of looks a little tacky sometimes, depending on how you put it, but spider armor definitely will help you with that if you don't want to have zip lines or don't have zip lines all around the backyard. Now, Amato says, I just think Koi armor looks the coolest. And you know, he's totally right. The Koi armor does look pretty amazing, but I just feel like it's undervalued. Okay, yeah, you get the actual blocking perk or blocking strength or whatever the perk is for it. It has to do with blocking, but I just feel like it should have done more. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe faster swimming speed, or you know, gave you at least like 10 extra seconds of oxygen underwater. Like I felt like it needed to do a little bit more than what it was doing, and you know, it just kind of feels underwhelming. Hopefully the B armor, when we get it, doesn't feel like that, but yeah, we will see. Now the next comment comes from a fellow Grounded YouTuber. He's relatively new in this space, and I recently found his channel. So if you guys like Let's Play type gameplay, then you will definitely like Smitty Survival. Shout out to him. He is an amazing content creator. Now, he says Ladybug armor eats attacks. Higher skill players may go for something like Spider or Koi, but for majority, Ladybug offers the most room for error, especially now that insect combat AI is better and harder to predict. Would love to see a bigger buff to Koi armor perks and incentivize players to use perfect blocks. Now, as of now, doesn't seem very powerful, but I like the idea of high risk, high reward combat style. Now, Smitty Survival is 100% correct. The Ladybug armor does eat attacks. As you guys know, I showcased that on my channel tons and tons of time, showing you, you know, how to go toe to toe with a spider, wolf spider, an orb weaver, a ladybug. Like Ladybug armor just is great all the way around, as far as, you know, with the health regeneration perk and, you know, allowing for it just to give you that little bit of edge when you're fighting toe to toe with any type of bug in the game. Now, like he said with the Koi armor, it does seem kind of just and you know, I'm glad to see that I'm not the only one thinking that. So the next comment comes from Sweetney Kit Kat. I used to swear by the Ladybug armor, but that speed increase from the spider has been helping with taking orb weavers down hand to hand. Now, I gotta agree, you know, the speed with the spider gear armor is true. You know, you do get a lot more of a speed boost with fighting spiders in the game, especially wolf spiders. You can kind of just run laps around them with spider armor. But the big problem that I have with fighting spiders with spider gear is if you get hit, you gonna get hit. Now, I mean, I'm gonna just keep it 100, telling you, like, the spider gear is great for movement, but fighting, I don't know. I mean, it's close. It's close. Don't get me wrong. And let me not cap real quick. But you know, it has its perks. It has its perks. Let's just go with that. The next one's gonna be from Emergency Bout 46. And he says, when fighting, I use ladybug armor, but every time I wear grub armor, you only need to eat and drink once a day. Stay grounded. Now that is very true, and a lot of people underutilize grub armor. Like, yeah, you make it in the beginning of the game, and then it kind of just goes in a storage chest or on a mannequin, and never really to be touched again. If you're not wearing ladybug armor, you're probably wearing ant armor, and if you're not wearing that, you're probably wearing spider armor. So grub armor is actually really good for the eating and drinking portion. I just feel like we don't use it enough. Maybe I might start using it, carrying it in my actual inventory, but when they actually fix the inventory space in the game, because as you know, you don't just have extra space just to be wasting it on something you're probably never going to use. So when we get extra inventory space, I'll definitely try that grub armor out. Now the next one comes from Titan. He says, as much as I spend in ant armor, ladybug armor has saved me on many occasions. And over again, we see that ladybug armor has helped people, especially like when you get like jump scared and something comes out of nowhere and tries to eat you alive. Ladybug armor is definitely going to be one of those that's going to help you out. The next comment says, ladybug because I like to fight toe to toe. There you go, fam. There you go. I like to see that toe to toe. None of this bow and arrow, hiding from people, none of that stuff, dog. We go toe to toe on this channel. You know what I'm saying? So the next one is from my big homie, Tony Cash. This dude is always in the comment section. He's always like first majority of the time, and you know, his name should have a number 1 next to the end because he's literally always first on every single comment. So he says, ladybug if you're good at blocking, that's what I always use. So there we go, we got ladybug once again. Now Noah came in with the essay. Noah, what's going down, dog? You got an essay right here, but let's go ahead and read it off and see what he's talking about. So he says, ladybug is arguably the best in terms of tankiness, but spider armor takes the cake. The sheer amount of speed a full set gives you allows you to run in and attack and then immediately put enough space between you and the enemy that you can't be hit. Now that is facts. That is facts. No, I gotta give it up, dog. I gotta give it up. This strategy only gets better when you understand enemies' attacks and are decent at blocking them. The only enemies that can particularly counter you are ladybugs and the spiders. Now, I wonder which spiders he's talking about. He's talking about the wolves or the orbs, or maybe both. We'll see. Ladybug uses high velocity dash attacks that goes through grass and covers possibly 8 squares. Oh snap, Noah getting, you know, philosophical up in here. You know, he doing scientific stuff. He just The further away you are, however, the easier it is to block. This is oddly the only enemy I prefer.
You stupid.
This is oddly the only enemy I prefer to have ladybug armor for, but honestly, I usually do my ladybug armor killing through orb weavers by pulling their aggro and standing on a ladybug so it gets attacked. Like most people do, you know, they do the little cheese where you stand on top of the ladybug, hit the orb weaver, or let him shoot his you know, webs at you, and it attacks the ladybug, and then the ladybug does your damage for you. Orb weavers have the ability to weave orbs of web, shocker, and yeets them at your face. Yeet! The ability has fantastic targeting and terrible tracking, circling the weaver with spider armor, the move. Lastly, the wolf spider has a very long reach, as well as high movement speed. Spider armor won't allow you to take any hits with that venom of each attack from the wolfie. He will definitely kill you. That is facts. He will dismantle you. You know what I'm saying? One hit, just you are GG, fam. It's done. But that goes for all the armor without smoothie buffs. The strategy is to stand behind the wolf using small sprint burst, but not getting too close that his leap attack lands on you. Another a bit riskier strategy is to hug little wolfie by the neck. I've not tested in a month or so, but wolf spiders have blind spots, safe zones at the neck where they can't hit you if you rotate with them. Now, Noah, he coming in with some scientific, you know what I'm saying? He ain't just like, oh yeah, I like ladybug armor just because. He came in with like, look, bro, the wolf spider got a little, safe zone spot. Go ahead and stand next to his neck. You ain't gonna get hit. All right, Noah. All right, fam. So yeah, guys, I asked you the question and you came and delivered and literally gave me the reasons why. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I really do love about this community. You guys, every time I ask you a question or ask you to do something, you guys just do it, and I love that, and I'm so grateful. We recently just hit 2,500 subscribers. If you didn't check the live stream, my goal for 2021 is 100K. I know I have a long way to go, but with all the love and support that I get from you guys, I honestly think we can definitely do it. So if you're not subscribed to the channel, man, and you love grounded tips, tricks, tutorials, things like that, then definitely consider subscribing to the channel so you don't miss a thing. And I hope to see you guys in the next video. Remember, live, play, grow.
Just another sunny day.